Good morning, good morning. I hope you're doing well. It is Sunday for me and it is February 22nd and this is my second NYC vlog. And it's tying into the fact that we're headed we're headed for a long nor'easter storm. Hey, my name is Lena. Welcome to my channel. And if you haven't been here before, thank you for stopping by. And for my OG watchers, thank you for coming into my second vlog. And I hope everyone has catch my Sex and the City Season 3, Episode 3 review, recap, rant that I posted yesterday. I'm coming in here today because we are about to get hit with a serious blizzard that took everybody by surprise because I know for the majority of us, and it was put into the actual news, earlier this week we knew we were going to get a storm, but it was supposed to be 5 to 6 inches. Now they're talking about 12 to 20 inches. And I'm going to tell you something. I moved to New York back. I live in Suffolk County, Long Island, not Nassau County. It's a little further up. And New York City itself is consisted of the 5 boroughs, which is Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, and Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Manhattan. Duh, you would think I would remember the biggest one. Well, actually, Manhattan is not the biggest one. So Long Island sits right outside of NYC. And we're very closely adjacent. And whenever there's a storm, we get hit a lot harder than the city. But New York City itself is supposed to get an enormous amount of snow, which is very concerning. People are not accustomed to that. We're accustomed to snow, maybe 12 inches, but to get almost 20 inches of snow, and that we haven't even really recovered from the snowstorm over a month ago, whereas there's still a lot of snow on the ground. Cars are still unable to get out of their parking spaces. It's really concerning to me. And for Long Island, Nassau and Suffolk County, they're talking about power outages because it's not just the snow, it's the wind. And it's going to be 60+ mile-hour winds. And it's supposed to really hit hard tonight. So I'm going to put in here some clips of what I am in right now as far as view perspective. The first video is going to be the view that you keep seeing me look out of, which is my window view from my bedroom. This next clip is from the front side of the house that I'm in. And yes, that is my Jeep. Oh, wait, no. The second clip is going to be of the full backyard from my kitchen perspective. My apologies. And then the third clip here is going to be of the front of the home with my car. And it's very overcast, very cloudy already. It's little flaking, but the reason why I'm showing you this is because this is the first time since I've been here, and I moved here about almost going 3 weeks now, that we have the ability to see the yard. Prior to this, everything that was in the yard was completely snow filled. And that's why when you see the front yard, you see still pockets of snow on the ground. That's been there for almost a month and a half. And now on top of that, if we really get hit with 20+ inches of snow on top of whatever windstorm that's coming, it's pretty scary. And it's supposed to happen tonight. So I am going to come back in once it starts to come down, if I can get a good view of it, because it's going to be dark outside and if I can get any light out there, I'll keep you guys posted. But this is one of my first snowstorms that I have encountered to this level since I've been a New Yorker, because I born and raised in New York, born and raised in the Bronx, Boricua, Norican, moved out to Miami when I was 40 years old for 15 years. And I just recently moved back. I've always been back and forth in New York. My family's in New York. They're not going anywhere. We're scattered about. My son lives in Long Island. That's where I moved with him. I'm in Suffolk County. I raised him in Nassau County. So we're very familiar with Long Island. We're very familiar with the actual snowfall totals and how it affects us differently than it affects NYC, which is consisted of the 5 boroughs, as I noted. And if they get hit hard, we get hit twice as hard. Just like New Jersey gets hit very hard, the Jersey Shore, you guys hear about it. So we're all bracing for impact, but it is crazy to me that this is the first time that I've been able to actually look outside and see greenery, and it's going to be gone. Yesterday was 50 degrees. We were all walking around like it was springtime. I was like, this is why I miss New York, because the weather patterns, I know it's dangerous. I understand that. Listen, Miami, Florida in general it gets its hurricane, and that's a stress point. I lived 15 years without getting a major hit of hurricane. Small ones, but never a direct hit. And I'm so blessed for that. You have no clue what it was like to go through hurricane season that was almost like 5 months out of the year. And you're bracing for impact. Like, you just never know. I even brought my hurricane kit here to New York because I knew coming into Long Island, though, we don't get direct hit hurricanes, we do get issues with power outages. So I always had a hurricane kit, which I'm going to go dig into right now. It has like a power bank in order for us to charge, because they're talking about losing power. I'm going to pull that out. I have emergency lights, push lights that have battery operated that I always had scattered in my apartment, because we always lost power in Florida. And whenever power was gone, I would use the push lights and it would keep my house illuminated. So I have that. I brought that with me. My son has gas stove, so he doesn't have to worry about electric stove. In Florida, I only had an electric stove. So I also have the kit of the actual like cooking, butane, stove. So I brought that. I brought all my hurricane stuff. Probably what we're going to use tonight, most likely, is going to be the power bank, that I'm going to charge up in case we lose power. But it's never a dull moment, and springtime is right around the corner. So I know this is going to eventually go away, but this is a huge storm. And if you caught my first New York City vlog, if you haven't, I'll link it in the description. I moved from Miami, and I drove from Miami all the way to Long Island, and we had to cross the Carolinas, North and South, Virginia, Washington, that whole scope. And we got hit with the boom cycle storm. And it was so treacherous and it was so dangerous. It was going to be something similar to what's happening now. So I have not gotten away from the freaking snow. So I wanted to say good morning. This is going to be a shorty, but goodie. Just a little insight of what I'm going through right now. My hair is washed. I don't know why I feel like every time there's a storm coming, I got to wash my hair. It must be like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I hope you caught my new video up on Sex and the City, and I hope that you enjoyed this one. And I'm going to keep you posted if it starts to come down later on. A lot of people that I speak to through this YouTube channel have never seen snow, believe it or not. So I'm going to try to keep you guys posted with at least less than 10-minute videos throughout the day. And tomorrow is supposed to really be bad. So I'll keep you posted and, give you a perspective of what's outside my window, from my backyard to the front yard. And you're going to see the progression of snow. So happy Sunday. Have a blessed day. And I'll talk to you soon. So from here to around the world that I reach. Goodbye. Mwah.